As you see on this board, we shall be solving these two examples to demonstrate how a bracket or brackets can be expanded. So take a look. I will guide you stage to stage. The first one we have here, to expand, open bracket a plus b, close the bracket, and open another bracket c plus d. The only thing you will need to apply here is multiplying the variables in one bracket by the variables in the other bracket. That is what it means to expand. And after that, look around to see if there is any possibility of being able to simplify something. Then do that and you will arrive at your final answer. Take a look here. What this simply involves is using the variables in one of the brackets to multiply the variable in the other bracket. We can do it both ways, either using the first bracket variables to multiply variables in the second bracket, or multiplying the second bracket variables by the variables in multiplying the first bracket variables by the variables in the second bracket. So to do that, let's take it in bit. Let's take it down again. Here we have all the variables a plus b multiplying c plus d. Now, a very simple way you can do this to make your work relatively easier is by picking them one variable after another. What this means is, since I am already aware that all the variables in the first bracket, which is a plus b, will have to multiply c plus d, I don't just need to go multiplying them together once. I can do it in two stages. First, I will take the first variable a, use it to multiply c at d. After that, I will now take the next variable b, remember the plus sign, very important, to multiply c at d. That will make your work very easy. So see, when a goes to open up this bracket, a will first multiply c to give you ac. Add a multiplies d to give you ad. We are done with multiplying with the variable a. Plus, do the same thing with variable b. b multiplies c to give you bc. And the same b multiplies d to give you plus bd. Done. This is what it is. If you look at it properly, you see that we can't simplify it further because there are no like terms. So we stop it there. If you did not want to work with multiplying the variables in bracket 2 by the variables in bracket 1, you can do the opposite. Multiply the variables in bracket 1 by the variables in bracket 2. You will arrive at the same answer. In that case, it's going to be multiplying a at b by c at d. I'm going to do the same thing by working with the variables in the second bracket. So in that case, let's c multiply first. C should multiply a plus b first, and after which plus d multiplies the same a plus b first. It is expanded, isn't it? So to do that, when c multiplies a, you arrive at ac, plus when c multiplies b, you arrive at bc, plus when d multiplies a, you arrive at ad, plus when d multiplies b, you arrive at bd. Now take a look at this answer we've got here and compare it to the very first answer we got. They are the same. AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. AC plus AD plus BC plus BD. The position of a variable when added, it doesn't matter because addition is commutative. But the most important thing is, this is how to do expansion. Well, this is a very easy example. Let us try solving some examples that may shake us a bit. So take a look here. We have three variables in each of the brackets that we want to solve. So how would you do that? It's the same method. As a matter of fact, I'm going to apply exactly the same skills that I have applied in the first problem. So to do that, I'll go straight away into solving my problem. Solution. The first that I'll be multiplying with, the first term I'm working with is 2a. Let 2a multiply all the terms in the second bracket. That is 5a minus b minus 6c. After that, plus 3b should do the same. Plus 3b should multiply all the same terms. 5a minus b minus 6c. And after that, I am going to be multiplying all the variables again in that bracket with 4c. So meaning that 4c multiplies the terms 5a minus b minus 6c. Let's open it up and see. That is the expanded version. This time 2a multiplies 5a to give us 10a squared, minus 2a multiplies b gives us 2ab, minus 2a multiplies 6c gives us 12ac. That is it for the first one. Next one, add 3b multiplies 5a to give us 15ab. Then addition multiplies subtraction leaves us with subtraction. So 3b multiplies b gives us 3b squared. And then next, subtraction again. 3b multiplies 6c will give us 18bc. It's time to open up the last one. So plus 4c multiplies 5a will give us 20ac. And then minus 4c multiplies b gives us 4ab. 4c multiplies b gives us 4c multiplies negative b gives us negative 4bc. And then minus 4c multiplies negative 6c will give us negative 24c squared. Now, when you get to this stage, the next thing you need to check out for is whether there are common terms or like terms, as the case may be. The reason being that if there are like terms, then we can combine them together and simplify the expanded form a little bit. So let's take a look. We already have 10a squared. There's no other a squared. So just bring it down. 10a squared remains where it is. So I'm done with this. Check for the b squared value. We have the b squared here, which is negative 3b squared. Negative 3b squared. I'm done with the b squared. What about c squared? We have negative 24c squared. I've just decided to take over the squares first. The arrangement does not matter as long as you don't tamper with the sign before the variable or before the term. Take note of that. Alright, since we're done with the squares, let's take a look at the ABs. This is AB. We'll have another AB here. This is negative 2AB add 15AB. It's the same thing as 15AB minus 2AB. So that gives us plus 13AB. So we are done with the ABs. Are there more things? Yes, let's look at the AC. This is negative 12AC and this is positive 20AC. So what it means is 20AC minus 12AC. That's going to give us a positive 8AC. That's done as well. So we can remove the ACs because we are done with them. BC, we have double of it. Negative 18BC minus 4BC. This is going to give us negative 22BC. There are no other like terms that we have after the BC. Therefore, this is the expanded form of the two brackets you see above. Our last example is a case involving three different brackets with squares on top of them. So we need to be more active this time around to be able to sort the problem correctly. Take a look. Here we have a plus 2/3 of b, close the bracket, open another one, 2 minus a. Can you see square here? Plus, open the bracket, b plus 2a, close the bracket, squared. We have a lot of expansion to do here. This is not just about the issue of the square, but after that, we'll have to also multiply this. So what do we do? The good suggestion I'm going to give you at the moment is when you find this kind of problem, first expand the brackets with the squares. Then you can go ahead to open up the next. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Therefore, let's get it started. So first, I'll bring down a plus 2/3 of b, close the bracket. Now, for the next one, since it's a square, it simply involves multiplying 2 minus a by another 2 minus a by itself, yeah? That's what square means. For this case, on the right-hand side, b plus 2a in a bracket all squared is the same thing as b plus 2a multiplied by b plus 2a. So let's solve it out. First, I'm going to open up these brackets. Remember I said that earlier. to leave it in one place. So I bring down my a plus 2/3 of b, close this bracket. Let us expand this. And to do that, I'll be multiplying everything inside one bracket by the other. Since we already know how to do that, we can also bring it down to make it easier. So the first two will go to multiply. The first two will go to multiply 2 minus a. And after that, we use the negative a to open up the bracket again by multiplying it with the same 2 minus a. This is done. Plus, which is this plus we have here. Now, let b go first. So, b should go first to multiply. b add 2a. And then, plus 2a will now go to multiply. b add 2a. Again, this is where we have reached so far. Now, let's open up the brackets as a way of expansion. First, we bring down our bracket, our earlier bracket. A plus 2/3 of b, close it in a bracket. Open the big bracket we are solving. Let's open it up. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 2 times a is 2a. Minus a times 2 is 2a. Minus times minus is going to give us plus. So a times a is a squared. That is the big bracket. Plus, now let's open up this side. B multiplies b gives us b squared. Plus, b multiplies 2a gives us 2ab. Plus, 2a multiplies b gives us 2ab also. And plus 2a multiplies 2a gives us 4a squared. Okay, since we've reached this level, notice something. We can simplify some areas, first of all, as you can see here, before we proceed. And don't forget, these are all together, so you can keep them in a bracket if you want. Alright, bringing it down, a plus 2/3 of b is in a bracket. We'll be multiplying the very nearest bracket to it, which is 4 minus 4a plus a squared. You know how we got 4a, yeah? Negative 2a minus 2a will give you negative 4a. It's just like saying negative 2 minus 2. That's what it is. Plus, on the other bracket, we have just b squared. B squared. Can you see 2ab plus 2ab? That's going to give you 4ab. And then 4a comes following, 4a squared. Close it. This time around, we can open up the next two brackets, which means multiplying 4 minus 4a plus a squared using a plus 3/3, using a plus 2/3 of b. In that case, I'm going to be working out this part together. So, to do that, I'll begin by using the a first to open up this bracket, which is 4 minus 4a plus a squared. Close the bracket, and then plus 2/3 of b to multiply exactly the same thing. 4 minus 4a add a squared. After that, then I can add up whatever I have in this bracket as a way of simplifying. This is b squared plus 4ab plus 4a squared. Close it in a bracket. So it's time to open up the bracket. Let's do it on this side since we don't have all the space. Alright. So to do that, we need to start our multiplication. A multiplies 4 to give you 4a. And a multiplies negative 4a to give you negative 4a squared. Next is a multiplying a squared to give you a cubed. We're done with the first bracket. Next one, we're multiplying with 2/3 of b. So 2 multiplied 4 will give you 8. So that's going to be 8/3 of b. And then it's going to multiply a negative sign. So write down the negative sign and multiply 2 times 4a. That will give you 8a. But remember the b outside, which makes it 8b. So 8/3 of ab. That gives you 8ab, sorry. Next, 2/3 multiplying a squared. Remember the b? That's going to give you addition of 2/3 a squared of b. A squared of b. Both brackets have been expanded, so we just have to bring down the next bracket, which is b squared, add 4ab, add 4a squared. Alright, so at this juncture, We can simplify by collecting like terms. You can easily write collect like terms because that is the stage we are in. Collect like terms. Alright, so let's do that. Take a look here. This is a case of just A. Is there any other variable, any other term on this board with just an A? No. So 4A stays down as 4A. No changes. 4A stays down. We are done with 4A. Let's check out for the ones having A squared. We have just 4A squared here negative and 4A squared here positive. Both of them can cancel out to give us 0. We're done with that. Next is the A cubed. Any other A cube? No. So bring it down as add A cube. Add A cube. The A cube is gone. At this stage, there is 8/3 of B. Do we have any other term having just B? None. There is no other one. So we bring it down as add 1/3 of B. Bring it down like this. So we're done with this. What's the next stage? This is 8/3 of AB. Check out. We have 4AB. This is negative, this is positive. So it will involve subtracting 1/3 of AB from 4AB. Subtracting 1/3 of AB from 4AB. So we've already collected this too. Next, we have 2/3 of A squared B. Any other A squared B? None. So we just bring it down the way it is. 2/3 of A squared B. Keep it down there. And after that, the last term we have is the B squared term. Okay, this is the stage we have reached at this moment. So what do? We have not finished simplifying. Remember, we are owing at a particular stage, which is at this stage. Negative 1/3 of AB and 4AB. You see them? Negative 1/3 of AB and 4AB. We are owing there, so we have to work it out. And to do that now, I'll just work out both of them first. Then I'll simplify. So to do that, 4AB minus 1/3 of AB. 3 times 4 is 12. So 12 minus 8 will give us 4. That is the same as 4/3 of AB. Alright, so this part have just been simplified to positive 4/3 of AB. Therefore, I'll just rewrite my final answer having this in mind when I get to 4AB minus 1/3 of AB. That's what I'm going to do. Hence, I'm writing it. Let me try arranging it according to their power. So I'll bring down A cube first. A cube taken down. Let me check out for things bearing squared. I have add 2/3 of A squared of B. That is gone also. I'm done with that. The next thing I have is the B squared. So plus B squared. B squared is gone. And next I have plus 4/3 of AB. I'll write it down here. And finally, the remaining terms are add 1/3 of B and add 4A. I should have brought in 4A a long time ago, but this is what it is anyway. So we've ended up picking all the terms of this expression. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is where it is. This ends our expansion for question 3. You must have noticed that the stages are really easy to follow as long as you don't beat the principles you are given to work with. This is how easy it is to expand brackets. There are some complex cases we are going to meet that the same basic skill will also help you to deal with. So try seeing this video again, pausing it from stage to stage and trying them out to see how well you are grounded so far in dealing with problems of expansion. As always, thanks for watching.